Where's Megaman? Where's Megaman? The Mega Pro just hit the fan. It's 2000X, and Wily's escaped and built 8 more evil bots. Where's that guy I know with balls like a rhino? Oh, where? If I had to guess, I'd say on the roof. Let's prance straight up in search of proof. Perhaps he is there and flaunting his hair. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of Let's Replay Mega Man 2. And I gotta say, I love Brental Floss. So let's get right on into it, shall we? This was actually the second game I did for the channel too. I just realized. Anyway, let's go right on to Metal Man stage. Metal Man. The first robot that Dr. Wily created and was designed after Cutman. Good point, quick at work. Bad point, shady business. Likes frisbees, he dislikes dogs. Because dogs like to catch frisbees. Yeah, it's really weird to be redoing this actually, because this was actually not the very first, the second game I actually did for the channel way back in 2011. December 2011, if I remember correctly. I actually can't remember. Why am I doing this one? Same reason as the rest, really, quality and such. Plus, I didn't do the game enough justice with the first run. Because back when I first played the game, I was kind of sucking at it because I was using a keyboard. You can imagine why that would be bad. Now, I'm still playing on normal mode, which is the easy difficulty, really, instead of difficult mode, because there is some stuff I'd like to show off that they change, and because the main stuff they only really change in difficult mode is the fact that in normal mode they buffed your Mega Buster extremely, and damage outputs, really. That's the only real difference. You'll see that during the boss rush especially. Now, there is one thing I'd like to bring up, and that's the iPod version. In the iPod/iPhone version, your jumping physics are weird. Because if you remember, you may have seen that live 2 screens back. If you were to jump from the platform to the left and aim for the right, you would make it. He has a weird anti-gravity sense in that one. I'm not sure why. Also, I'm gonna say this right now. Fantastic soundtrack. Holy balls, this game. Not my favorite Mega Man soundtrack? No, that goes to 6, which you guys just... No, wait, you didn't see the end of that. You guys just saw the end of Mega Man Battle Network 2 at this point, didn't you? Now, also, other differences is, I just remembered in difficult mode, is that thing I just killed would have taken 2 shots. This is also the first game to introduce E-Tanks, which you may have just seen one on the bottom left. You can't get that one just yet. You can later on, though. E-Tanks, of course, as you may notice by this point, refill your health when you use them, 100%. There's also weapon tanks, which aren't in this game. Those aren't introduced until, I want to say, Mega Man 4. And M-Tanks, which are only in 5 and 10. And we're at the first boss, Metal Man. His pattern... Jump up and throw his extremely powerful metal blades. No, I'm not joking. These things, when you use them, holy crap, do they hurt. Also, every now and then you'll see the screen background flash. What he's doing there is that he's actually reversing the... what's it called? Conveyor belt's direction. Fairly simple boss, though. Easy to take out first. I recommend going for Airman first overall, but this guy's weapon is just too good. And for beating him, we get the Metal Blades, the most overpowered weapon in Mega Man history. You have so many of them, and you can aim them in any direction. And they are absurdly powerful. Anyway, let's go on to the man who could never be defeated, Airman. Airman. With the huge propeller installed in his body, it can create powerful gusts of wind. Good point, putting on airs. I do not understand what the hell that means. Probably some sort of shoes. Bad point, windy talk. He likes surfing, and he dislikes Fall of the Leaf, which is actually a reference to his weakness, which, if you're going in weakness order, Metal Blade first, because everyone's weak to Metal Blades. But his actual weakness is Woodman's weapon. Now, this stage is notorious for its song, for one thing, because of a DJ Cutman mix, I want to say. That, and a certain song, which you may be hearing in the boss rush, kind of details how hard, quote-unquote, Airman is, even though I think he's the easiest boss. Apparently some person when he was a kid, or she was a kid rather, I'm not sure which one it is, could not defeat Airman no matter what he or she did, and it was having such a pain in the ass with this level that they actually wrote a song about it. You'll be hearing it in the boss rush, I know that for a fact because I have it on my computer here. And it's actually a really good song too. Airman himself, though, as you'll see, is not that bad. But now we've been on the section for a couple of seconds. This is actually a rather painful section for most people's first playthrough because they won't know that you can stand on these platforms for a bit, probably, and they probably won't be a master of jumping physics. Also, if you remember in Megaman 7, I said that Cloudman stage seemed to take a lot from this. You got the birds dropping the eggs, which hatch more birds, and as you're gonna see in the second section, big fat blue guys that look like Mega Man, and holy, that's a lot of life. That blowing wind at you, even though they didn't look like Mega Man in 7. My mouse cursor's on the screen. No, it wasn't when I recorded this. Love this soundtrack. This is actually often seen as the best Mega Man game, but I don't think it is, obviously, because you heard me in 6. But I pressed the jump button there. But, if I can at least say this, it's not the best one, but it's definitely one of the better ones. Also, what are these things on the platforms? Those things remind me of Beat the Bird for some reason, from Mega Man 5 onwards. A dude knew why. Yeah, here are the blue guys that blow you away. Cloudman stage had been paying tribute to this game in somehow. I don't see any other way they could have done all that stuff intentionally, or unintentionally. Anyway, we're at Airman now. Yay! Airman is actually a really good guy to start off on. His stage can be a bit of a pain, but let's get to hit the boss himself. Now he always shoots these tornadoes out in specific patterns that you have to jump through, and that's pretty much it. Now, he is incredibly weak, even on difficult mode, to the Mega Buster. And that's pretty much all he'll do, is he'll just send those tornadoes at you, jump, and that's about it. Weak to the leaf shield, as you'll get later on, by the way. And from beating him, we get Air Shooter, which is a projectile that arcs upwards as tornadoes. Or tornadoes that arc upwards, rather. Not that useful, but it can be useful in certain situations. And we also get a message from Dr. Light saying that Item 2 is completed. The items are the precursor to Rush from 3 onwards. What these do is that they'll do various things. Item 2 is a jet plane that'll fly horizontally when you jump onto it and until it hits a wall. Useful for some sequence breaks, actually. Well, not sequence breaks, more like shortcuts, if anything. So now let's head on to Crash Man. I'm going in a weird weakness order this time, by the way. Crash Man. A drill-type bomb called the Crash Bomber is his weapon. His body is protected with a thick armor. Good point, he's forthright. Bad point, awkwardness. Likes crushing buildings, and dislikes recycling. Evil! He's not green. But actually, it's kind of funny because the stage is green. Is that green or yellow? I can't tell on the small screen that I have right now for seeing the video on. Anyway, his stage is also where we first get reintroduced to our old friends, the Metools. Love you get Metools, Metars, Metals. What is... so many names for these things. This stage is filled with guys from Mega Man 9. Well, not from Mega Man 9, they're from this, obviously. But this is more along the lines of a platforming challenge stage than anything. Where the other ones can either be a mixture of platforming challenge and shoot 'em ups to just plain out. Well, they all have platforming challenges, but this one is platform-based. They're all platform-based, Kyle. Wow, you're an idiot. Or moving platform-based, where you have to pretty much take care of these guys so you don't fall off. Well, at least during the first half of the stage. This is where metal blades can be used practically. Nothing stands a chance against me. When I was a kid, I actually always used to go for Airman first, but now I don't go for Metal Man first, just for the metal blades alone. Also, love the theme here. You don't even need to jump onto these ladders, actually. If you just hold up when you're right about to touch them, you'll be good. Also... wow, he actually exploded there. When I was recording this, it looks like he just vanished. I think the frame rate may drop when I'm recording, actually. And now we have this tricky little Metar. I call them Metals and everything else, but Metars in the Battle Network. The way you want to take this guy on specific is jump to the second platform, jump back, and then edge your way until you can hit him. That guy caused me a lot of pain when I first playthrough. Climb up the left ladder for better stuff, by the way. The right ladder will get you a big energy bubble. What would you even call those, actually? That's about all the bottom would, or the right would have. And here's where something kind of painful happens. You might know that I mentioned this a couple times before, but my controller's wiring is kind of wonky. And my controller died there. So for about 3 minutes, I was standing around doing nothing except getting injured a lot. It was painful. Anyway, we get an E-tank for going up the left path. Yay. So let's use the pause screen. Use item 2 so we can get up to this to get an extra life. Which I always found kind of morbid. In all the games until X4 Mega Man 8 were the ones that started doing this. The extra lives were always disembodied Mega Man heads. Ugh. After that, Mega Man 8 and X4 onwards, they were always either a letter like 0 where they were Z's or the helmets. Also, those propeller guys reminded me a lot of Cutman for some reason. Anyway, we're at Crashman now, weak to the air tornado, or air shooter. His pattern is to jump when most normal pattern is to shoot his crash bomb at you and they'll explode after a few seconds. But he's programmed to jump whenever you press the fire button, so this is actually why I think people were able to figure out that his weakness is air tornado, because it goes upward and he'll fall right into it. Not that bad of a boss, actually. But he can be a pain when you go for him first. Ugh. I did that my first playthrough. And for beating him, we get Crash Bomber. The Crash Bomber will you'll shoot forward, explode on impact with anything, but if it sticks to walls, and it'll explode after a few seconds. And it's actually really powerful. But with that, I'm gonna need to end things off here. Thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I really should start saying like instead of rates. And next time on Let's Play Mega Man 2, we're going up to Bubble Man. See you guys then.